In furtherance of its vision to be the catalyst for the industrialization of the oil and gas industry and its linkage sector, as well as complement efforts by the federal government for economic growth, the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board NCDMB signed yet another memorandum of understanding with Nigerian Export-Import Bank on the administration of $40 million intervention fund for women entrepreneurs in the oil and gas industry. Speaking at the occasion held in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State, the managing director of Nexim Bank, Abubakar Bello, explained that the collaboration is in line with the organization's strategic framework to support local service companies.
This partnership falls squarely into our framework for partnership or support in two ways. First of all, in supporting inclusion. Then secondly, it is also part of our strategic framework in Nexim Bank to see that we grow the service industry in Nigeria and take it to the point of export. So this Women in Oil and Gas meets two of our strategic objectives. First, including women in business and entrepreneurship, and secondly, building capacity in the service sector. And this, despite being specifically to the oil industry, we believe it is capacity building in service that we can take to the point of export into first the region and other oil and gas economies. So it is a pleasure to partner with NCDMB in this product for women, and we hope to grow it.
The chair of the Diversity Working Group Nigerian Content Consultative Forum, Alero Onosade, commended the NCDMB for providing practical enablers to support diversity in the oil and gas industry.
Having been in this industry for so long, to be having this conversation around women, the diversity and inclusion work in itself is a major milestone. And we really want to say thank you, because there's a difference between talk and actually provide the enabler for things to happen. First, it was setting up the secretarial working group last year, which created a platform for us to begin to articulate what our needs are and how we can move forward. And so when you then put, you begin to create enablers for things to actually happen. So we are excited. So we're looking forward to managing and working with you in a manner that ensures that capacity is created and the economy gets better for it.
The Executive Secretary NCDMB, Engineer Simbi Kesiye Wabote, gave a background to the Diversity Working Scheme.
Starting from when we had the first Women in Oil and Gas conference, many people talk about conferences when they attend as just being a talk shop. That's what we see. But in NCDMB, for every conference we organize, sure we follow up on the actions that we take out of the conference. During that conference was to establish the diversity working group. So every other group that is concerning women will only communicate with us through that diversity working group in order to streamline the process for people to understand what we do. The target market comprises women who are either entrepreneurs in the oil and gas industry and companies qualified to access the loan under the scheme are companies where women hold majority shareholding of 51%, where at least 50% of the management are also women, because it's a women-run enterprise, or where the CEO and at least 40% of management are women.
Given details of the fund, the Executive Secretary NCDMB explained that the maximum amount that can be borrowed by a single obligor is $500,000 United States dollars, or its Naira equivalent.
The maximum amount that can be borrowed by a single obligor is about $500,000 US dollars, or its Naira equivalent at the official exchange rate prevailing at the time of borrowing. The tenure shall be up to 5 years, and the applicable interest rate of 5% all in per annum fixed throughout the tenure of the loan shall apply. All applications shall be through the web, and Nexim shall develop and avail a dedicated portal to facilitate the process, with access given to designated NCDMB staff just for monitoring and necessary functions. In other words, NCDMB does not receive any application or process any application. It has to be through Nexim Bank.
High points of the occasion was the formal signing between NCDMB and Nexim Bank. After more than 5 decades of the oil exploration in Nigeria comes a war that is bringing together industry majors, investors and the states in the oil and gas corridor of Nigeria and cementing access to oil fields for higher productivity. To build capacities in Nigeria, to support increased investment in the industry, to build local capacity and competencies, to create linkages to other sectors of the national economy, to boost industry contributions to the growth of our national gross domestic product, increasing Nigerian content in the oil and gas industry. Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, building local capacities in the oil and gas industry.
And that's it from us this week. As always, thanks for watching, and remember, the ideal local content penetration is not achieved overnight, but is a continuous process that requires focus and determination to ensure its implementation. Your health is in your hands, so wash or sanitize them regularly. Please continue to observe physical distancing and wear a face mask in public places. Until next week, I am Abubakar.